Greetings and welcome to the virtual celebration of Wisconsin's 7th annual K-9 Veterans Day. My name is Mabel Schumacher, and I'm a member of the Kennel Club of Fort Atkinson and the coordinator of the K-9 Veterans Day ceremony in Wisconsin. Because of the COVID pandemic, we're changing from an in-person program to a videotaped format. We will definitely miss the chance to meet our working canines and their handlers, but we assure them that our appreciation for their work and the protection they give us is not diminished. During this year's abbreviated program, in addition to honoring fallen canines, we have an exciting announcement to make. First, the recognition. In 2015, the Wisconsin legislature proclaimed March 13th as K-9 Veterans Day in Wisconsin. Since that time, the Kennel Club has annually recognized working dogs that have been lost during the previous year. To date, we have honored 76 military, law enforcement, and search and rescue working dogs, and one working horse who was a member of the UW-Madison Mounted Patrol. This year, we will honor an additional 17 fallen working canines that have faithfully served and protected their handlers and their communities. At this point, we're going to recognize the following dogs. Bud, a Sheboygan Police Department, retired. Cesar, Milwaukee Police Department, retired. Diesel, West Allis Police Department, retired. Dozer, Racine Police Department. Drago, Rhinelander Police Department. Eddie, Kenosha Police Department, retired. Franz, Winnebago County Sheriff's Department, retired. Gunner, Washington County Sheriff's Department, retired. Izzy, Milwaukee Police Department, retired. Quito, Manitowoc County Sheriff's Department, retired. Leroy, Forest County Sheriff's Department. Mater, Wisconsin State Patrol. Maximus, Sawyer County Search and Rescue. Mike, Vernon County Sheriff's Department. Neil, Green Bay Police Department. Phoenix, Milwaukee County House of Corrections, retired. Thorold, Waunakee Police Department. Utrix, Dane County Sheriff's Department, retired. And if I may point out, Utrix has a treat poised on his nose. How obedient was he? And finally, Vina, Trempealeau County Sheriff's Department. And now, the announcement. In 2016, the Kennel Club of Fort Atkinson began a project that resulted in creation of the K-9 Veterans Memorial that is located in McCoy Park. That memorial, dedicated in 2017, was inspired by the memory of a fallen Fort Atkinson Marine. Lance Corporal Terry Beck joined the Marines and became a scout dog handler. Terry and his canine partner Cito were killed in action in Vietnam in December 1967. Spurred on by Terry and Cito's inspiration, the War Dog Memorial was created to honor military working dogs, past, present, and future. Now, the Kennel Club is embarking on a new project to honor Terry Beck, the Marine Scout Dog Handler. We are working with the Fort Atkinson Community Foundation to establish the Marine Terry Beck Protective Services Scholarship. This scholarship will provide financial assistance to Fort Atkinson High School seniors and Fort Atkinson graduates who plan to enter the field of protective services. Through this scholarship, we want to recognize Terry's lifelong passion to protect and serve his country and its citizens. According to the Fort Atkinson High School Scholarship Coordinator, between 2 and 5 students annually plan to enter the field of protective services. This scholarship will satisfy an unfilled niche for financial assistance for these students. At this time, I'd like to introduce Gary Wolfram, a friend of Terry Beck. Gary?
My name is Gary Wolfram. Jeff Blomses and I met Terry after he got out of the military academy. Jeff and I liked Terry right off the bat. He was a really neat guy. Terry was 17 at the time, and he was very military minded. He was in a band that was called the Sessions and was a very good drummer. It was 1967, and everybody was getting drafted or signing up. Terry wanted to do his part, and he signed up for the Marines. He was 17 at the time and went to Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. After basic training, he decided to become a dog handler. He went to Fort Benning, Georgia for training. After he got done with his training, he turned 18 and was sent to Vietnam. His dog was named Cito, a German Shepherd. I got letters from Terry for about 3 months. He told me about some of his experiences. They were amazing. Then I was notified he was killed in Thu Thien, Vietnam, by a sniper. His dog stayed by him and was killed also. Terry was 3 months into 18. Terry will be memorialized on that granite plaque as the 18-year-old who gave his life with his dog Cito. There are thousands and thousands who gave their lives as the true Americans were and should be honored also. I will always wonder what happened or what Terry would have done with his life if he would have stayed in the Marine Corps, made a career, whether he would have got out, got a job, got married, had a bunch of kids, or if he would have been a businessman like his dad. There's just a few other little things I can tell you about Terry's letters. When he sent me pictures, he always had a bandage on his arm. And I asked him why he always had these bandages on his arm. And he said his dog, the foliage was so thick that he had to pick his dog up and push him through the foliage. And the dog would nip at him once in a while because of that. And just other simple things like he told me that at night when it was raining out really hard, he would get under his poncho with his dog, and he couldn't see his hand in front of him. It was so dark. But he said he had his dog by his side, and they kept each other warm. Stuff like that. So, that's it.
Thank you, Gary. That really touches my heart to see Terry Beck as a human, a young man, so dedicated to his country that he wanted to serve, and he did it in the best way that he could. Thank him for his service. Our Fort Atkinson veterans community is also supportive of the creation of the Marine Terry Beck Protective Services Scholarship. I now introduce Richard Miles, who's the Sergeant at Arms here at the American Legion Post 166. And he will speak about Terry as a veteran and a fallen hero.
Thank you, Mabel. Good afternoon, everyone. We, the veteran community, would choose to be supportive of a Serve and Protect educational scholarship in the name of Marine Lance Corporal Terrence Terry Beck. After leaving high school in 1966, Terry entered military service. In the Marine Corps, he chose to train as a dog handler. This position is unique and well respected. Serving on the front lines, dog and handler are an integral part of a combat team. Terry lost his life in Vietnam to a sniper on December 20th, 1967. He was buried with full military honors at St. Joseph Catholic Cemetery in Fort Atkinson. Many war dog handlers do transition to civilian careers in law enforcement, fire, and rescue programs. We can be quite certain Terry would have taken this path. These positions require education and special skills. A scholarship in his name, along with the War Dog Monument with his likeness, will help to ensure that this special and long-respected part of our country's history will never be forgotten. Perhaps many will be inspired to educate themselves for these vital professions. I feel a visit to see the War Dog Monument at Fort Atkinson's McCoy Park should be an inspiration to all concerned. Respectfully, Richard Miles.
Thank you, Dick. Let me share a few details about the Terry Beck Scholarship itself. We have set a funding goal of $15,000, and this is the minimum amount that is required by the Community Foundation to initiate a recurring scholarship, or one that happens year after year. The $15,000 base amount would yield an approximate scholarship of $750. Now, if we were fortunate enough to raise more money, and that base amount became larger, that could potentially yield a larger scholarship available to students. The deadline that we have set for fundraising is September 1st of this year, 2021. All funds that are contributed toward the potential scholarship are going to be held in a segregated bank account by the Kennel Club. And an acknowledgement note is going to be sent to those who contribute. Now, just know that if we do not reach the required amount by September 1, all of those funds will be returned to the donors, since we would not be using the money for the purpose that they gave. Only after the scholarship is formally established by the Fort Atkinson Community Foundation Board will an official Fort Atkinson Kennel Club receipt be sent to donors at the end of the 2021 tax year in compliance with 501c3 tax-exempt requirements. Now, if we're successful in raising enough money, we anticipate that the first scholarship would be awarded during the 2021-22 school year at Fort Atkinson High School. Now, these details are going to be available on the Kennel Club website, www.kcfadogs.org. The website will also contain a PDF copy of a brochure providing Terry Beck's story and basic scholarship information. We would truly appreciate any of you that could make a donation toward this scholarship to honor Terry and to support Fort Atkinson High School graduates who carry forward Terry's lifelong dedication to protect and serve. Thank you so much for participating in this virtual K-9 Veterans Day. We hope that next year it will be back to normal, and we ask you to mark on your calendars Sunday, March 13th, 2022, when we will again be able to meet in person, celebrate our courageous working dogs, and I can even pet the dogs and give them dog treats. So that will be wonderful. Thank you.